Hi, Virgo. Thank you for tuning in to your yes or no pendulum question for October 2022. We want to start by doing some cleansing breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, get ourselves really nice and grounded so we can focus on a yes or no simplified question to something that has been bothering you, triggering you, coming up in various areas of your life. When we read the pendulum, if we go top to bottom, that's going to be a yes. Side to side is a no. And if it just kind of sits here and doesn't do much, just hovers in the middle, we either need to ask the question again, or the situation is not at a time that can give an accurate yes or no answer due to free will that we have and that others have here in the physical. So I'm going to try really hard to hold this still. And when it swings, you'll see it. So concentrate on your yes or no question, Virgo. Concentrate on simplifying the question to a yes or no, simple statement. If you notice me jumping around, it still goes to a stationary point. So at this time, the answer cannot be divulged. So we're going to pull some oracles and some tarot and see if we can get some clarification. Obedience. If you notice on obedience, she's standing on a block on one foot. She has a sword. She also has the scales of justice, and she's blindfolded. And her dress is swooping in the wind. It's red, it's fiery. That's a one energy. So know that she's really trying to stay put in regards to how she's feeling, using all her senses. Being very diligent in her path. Even though she can't see anything around her, she has faith in her abilities. Well, all right. We're taking two. We have fragment and rigid. So as much as you're trying to hold the path and be stern with your goals and your desires and your gifts and your abilities, you do not feel like you're 100% present in what's going on right now. Being rigid and fragmented. Rigid means that you don't want to go off your path in any way, shape, or form. You have a vision, that's how it's going to be. You have it all laid out, and you have no desire to see anything past those stones, those rocks. You see what you see, and that's what you want. Now with fragment, you have your energy split, okay? You have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So those are very two conflicting energies right there. All three of them are conflicting. Oh, okay. So now we know why the pendulum answered the way it did, because now you're coming up with forbidden. So the answer at this time is forbidden knowledge. We're not allowed to know. There's a situation at hand that hasn't unfolded to the point that we can get a true answer to the question that you asked. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some more oracles for clarification. What is so forbidden? If you're dealing with this blindly, okay, whatever you're dealing with, this energy is blind. You're getting bits and pieces. You're not getting the full story. There's so much at play right now, but you're only getting like a shadow of what is happening. Be yourself. Be that strong, wise, intuitive energy. The journey is within, and possess self-confidence. Just know that whatever is at hand, this question that has been plaguing you, you have the answers within to figure it out. There's no stopping you when you want to know the answer to something. It just has to play out the way it's supposed to play out. Don't let it shake your self-confidence, your abilities, your gifts, just because it isn't being told to you right now. We're going to do some clarification on this. Once the fragment energy solidifies, you will know what is happening. Here we have the Sun card in reverse, as well as the Ten of Swords in reverse. The Sun card talks about not having the success that you were aiming for. The Ten of Swords in reverse talks about no longer feeling that you've been betrayed. So there is some relief when this doesn't pan out. And you no longer contemplate why with the Five of Cups in reverse. You're accepting the situation for what it is. Even though you don't understand what the answer is, you're still staying balanced, you're still staying clear, you're still keeping on with your goals, with what you want. You're being yourself, your authentic self. You're letting your soul shine through, even during this chaos and uncertainty that's happening. Here we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, and that is getting rid of burdens. So the burden of feeling fragmented and rigid, you're going to feel a little bit more flowy. You're going to feel more solid with your answers and your decisions. It's not going to be a burden. Here we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You're no longer wanting to be that rigid energy with the Four of Pentacles in the upright. You're holding on to all your coins for everything that you have for your very last breath. You're being very rigid about it. Now you're letting it flow a little easier. You're understanding that money comes and money goes, that your stability will come and it will go, but there's one thing that you can always count on, and that's yourself. So as these things shift and change and come to light and then go behind the clouds, and you're getting little bits of information, you know that you're going to make it through no matter what it is. And that this hiccup, this situation, this energy that is forbidden for you to know the answer at this time is not going to knock you off your block, not going to knock you off your balance. With Be Yourself, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So you are quite aware that this is not moving forward. There is nothing substantial here for you to work with at this time because you don't have all the information. Once you have all the information, you can make a solid decision based on all aspects of what is happening, then you'll be able to feel more confident with that. But at this time, you don't feel confident making a decision, and you're not going to put all your eggs in one basket until you know what's being hidden, because you know it, you can feel it, you just can't touch it, you can't put your finger on it, but the energy is there, the intuition is kicking in. You know, someone may be too fragmented and or rigid with their responses to you. You know, there's a lot of different elements to this particular energy, and you just want the answers. You don't want to play games. That's not how you are. If someone wants to play games with you, you can't be bothered. Here we have with forbidden, we also have the Ace of Wands, which is transformation, which is new ideas, creativity, inspiration. This is where you get all those flowers, all your goals, all the things that you think about, things that you want to accomplish. So whatever may be forbidden to you at this moment, when it's ready for you, it will be amazing. So don't push too hard. Just stay open, stay balanced, stay on your game. Journey within, and we're coming in with the Queen of Swords in reverse. This is where the Queen of Swords can be a little smart with her tongue, a little sharp with her words. So we have to be mindful of that. This is also not seeing things clearly. You know, how can you? Because you're getting, every time you try to figure it out, you get another shot saying, no, you can't. No, you can't. Not now. Now is not the time. You're dealing with a lot of people that won't budge. You won't budge in certain things. You feel half in this, half out. People around you are giving you the impression of the same thing, that they can't be counted on, that there's a lot of stuff that's pulling on their energies. But it's actually a release of sorts as well. Why do I feel this release with this energy as well? Even though it's forbidden, I feel like because you can't move forward with this energy, it actually makes you feel okay. Let's see what we have. Ooh. Ace of Swords in the reverse at the bottom that wanted to come out. And then we have the Three of Wands in the upright. You have a different vision. So when this doesn't pan out, you're okay with it. You have a different vision. That's what's inspiring you. Something else came up that is now making you go in a different direction. So you're hoping that the first direction that you started on, that is now starting to seem really flaky and unstable, you hope it bottoms out. You hope it fizzles out. You don't want to go through this path. So it's actually a relief when the people that you were talking to in the beginning about this start to flake out on you, and they start to pull back on their commitments, and they're not showing up to the meetings, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, because now you're like, all right, this gives me an out because they messed up. They didn't bring what they had to the table. Now I can bow out gracefully and go on the road that I want to go on, the inspiration that is now fulfilling you. This is great. This is great. They're going to back out. Yes, here we go. The Six of Swords in reverse. Those swords are all the things that you had to accomplish or was being accomplished. And they were hard swords. They were mentally hard. And then you take that to your next adventure. You're not taking this with this adventure. You have something else up your sleeve. I'm going to do one more card for you guys. You have something else up your sleeve. You want this to crash and burn because you got something else going on. You see that it's not going to work. So you're trying to pull out, and they're allowing you to pull out because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. This is actually good for you. All right. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. So this tells me that what you're trying to do on your own away from this will be smooth sailing once they back out. Once they unattach their energy from the original plan, it will work out nicely. Bottom of the deck, Virgo, answering the call. The time is now. Yes, yes, yes. You'll be doing this on your own. You don't need them. and you realize you didn't need them, it's easier without them. So it was all great to plan it and to put into motion and everything else, but they don't have the dedication it takes. And it would have been more of a burden to keep them on. And you have shifted your plans to something else, something that's clearer, something that is more tangible, something that works for you. And that flow just came naturally. And now that's where you want to go. So when that flow opens, you'll be able to jump in because you have the inspiration and you have the vision. Oh, this is great. Yeah, they're definitely going to back out. However, they haven't committed to backing out yet, which is why the pendulum didn't give you your yes or no. But in the long run, they are not going to be able to meet your expectations, and you'll get out of the first arrangement so you can do what it is that you truly want for the second idea that came up. Thank you so much, Virgo, for letting me read for you today. I hope the message helps. I would love to have you guys back real soon. Please take care.